Thank you, Julie, and all the class members for having me and my team this morning. So, my name is James Sai Ruma, and I'm originally from Burma, but 2 years ago, 2021, there was a military coup happened in Myanmar, and there has been civil war. So me and my family have to move to Thailand, Chiang Mai. So it is such a great blessing to visit you. So I would like to introduce my wife, Zoe. Would you mind standing? Okay. This is our first time to the States.
Oh boy.
And we are celebrating our 20th wedding anniversary. So the Lord is so good that He has brought me and my wife come together here. And then here I also would like to introduce you to my uncle. His name is Lau, Mr. Lau. So it's amazing thing that I asked him, how long have you been here in Frederick? And he said, oh, I've been here 2002, so 20 years. So he has been here for 20 years, and my wife married for 20 years. So I think, there's a good sign. Yeah, thank you very much. And the Lord has granted us 4 children. The eldest one we call Ruth, 20 years, and his brother Ashley, 18 years, and small one, Daniel, 10 years, and youngest boy Joshua, 8 years. So we live in Chiang Mai. If you happen to visit Thailand, please contact us. And I have my name card here. Anyone like to have it? Please feel free to come and grab it. Yes. First, I would like to introduce myself a bit. So I met Jesus Christ at the age of 10 in 1984. So I was asked, are you born again? And I said, yes. And I was warned that, okay, you born again people must be careful. I said, why? And they said, okay, born again people will fall back soon. Backslide soon. And I said, I don't want to be. So I asked, what should I do? And I was asked, okay, then you join the follow-up class. So there was no follow-up class for children and youth, but for adults. But I know I need to go to that follow-up class. So I was among the adults. The whole day they were talking so many things I could not understand really. But there's one thing I firmly grasped, that is the basic foundation of Christianity is reading the Bible and pray. And I said, okay, if this is the case, then I will start reading my Bible, I'll start praying. So for my first time in life, I have started having my private prayer. I think it's great. And I open my Bible, start reading from Genesis and Exodus. But when I come to Leviticus, Numbers, by the time I reach to Deuteronomy, I get lost. I don't know what all are these. So Christian life without reading the Bible. Of course, I regularly attend Sunday school, but I felt that the Sunday school curriculum in my hometown was not designed for nurturing the spiritual life. It's just for the sake of Sunday school. But I have a new life I know I need something that's really fit my life. So, a Christian life without reading the Bible, only prayer, is like trying to walk with, left hand or only right legs. So my life was not really balanced. And I stood up again and I said, okay, this time I'll start from New Testament. So the 4 Gospels, Ruma, the book of Acts, great, still understand. But when I come to the book of Romans, oh, what are all these words? Things for 10 years old boy. So my life was really struggling. So I said, when I look at the life of the adult, I found out that they have at least 5 times, 5 times or 5 seasons in the church in a week. But for children and youth, just 1 time, just Sunday school, 1 or 2 hours. That's all. So I said, okay, when I grow up, I will do something for children and youth. But I did not know what to do. So finally, CBS was introduced to me in 2010. So knowingly or unknowingly, I was looking for this type of CBS for 26 years. So finally, it came right to me. And then from that time onward, I firmly grab CBS wherever I go. Yeah. So this is how I met CBS. And thank you very much for allowing International to use CBS in our church, in our ministry, for your generosity in expanding CBS ministry all over the world. And yes, second, I would like to say something about the calling. So since 1992, God called me and I started preparing to serve God in a full time. And when 2012, I was asked to come to the States to minister among the Burmese refugee church. So that time I was in Myanmar. I know life will be better, good. But I thought that, okay, I was born in Myanmar, so I was for Myanmar. Why I go? But my friend keep asking me 2-3 times to come over here, come serve us. Finally, I asked God, Lord, what is your will? And the Lord straight away speak to me through Ecclesiastes 10, 4-8. Do not leave your place. A serpent will bite him who breaks through a wall. I say, okay, Lord, I won't go anywhere. I'll be staying here. But what I'm trying to say is God has a vision wider than what I could imagine, what I can have. My mind was, for example, Myanmar, Burma. And even if I come here, I will stick around only among the Burmese or Myanmar. But God has a vision for the nations. So, 2017, finally, I was asked by CBS, MSC, we call Ministry Service Center, offering me, James, we want you to be East Asia Pacific Regional Director. So I said, oh, that must be why God said, don't move, wait where you are in Myanmar. So what I'm trying to say is, God has the nations in His visions. So thank you very much for having the same passion and visions that God has to reach the nations. So in other words, thank you very much for classes link for East Asia Pacific region. So we understand that CBS has 7 global region, and here in US and Canada we have a great number by God's grace, and Latin America and Caribbean region 24 active countries, and Europe region 29 active countries, and Middle East North Africa region 13 active countries, and Sub-Saharan Africa region 21 active countries, and South Asia mostly composed in India, and we have 6 active countries. And here comes East Asia Pacific region, 18 active countries. So our region starts from top is Mongolia, and China, and up to New Zealand. So in 39 countries now we have 18 active countries starting using CBS as a discipleship ministry. So here are the names in our region. So Australia, Cambodia, China, Fiji, Guam, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, Laos, Mongolia, Myanmar, Nepal, New Zealand, Philippines, Samoa, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Vanuatu, Vietnam, and diaspora East Asia Pacific region. So these are the countries you have connected with. Thank you so much. And I will go quickly our regional servant team structure. So here is me, and I have Associate Regional Director from Australia. His name is Warren. He's also serving as National Director for Australia. And we divide our region into 4 sub-regions. So I took some part, Warren took some part, Lian, specifically for Pacific, and Enoch. So we have 4 sub-region directors. And apart from that, we have Children and Youth Coordinator from Philippines, and we have like about 10 ambassadors, and we have Coordinator Janet from the States, and we have Training Coordinator Linda from the States, and we have Administrative Coordinator Anita Zanisa. And we international have a special program apart from our regular study. We call Spoken CBS that does not require reading and writing. So here Ella is our coach for that Spoken CBS training, and she's also serving as prayer coordinator for the region. And we have Sarah as our office assistant. So you may notice the numbers which was taken in February this year. But by this time, the number have some changes by God's grace. But what I'm trying to say is our region has like 2.37 billion. So what we have now is just small. So sometimes we feel like we are in the first era of Christianity where we go and make disciples. So we need your prayer. Okay, so as East Asia Pacific region-wide, here are some of the praises and prayer. And praise God for Healing EAP region. especially our region suffered a lot when the COVID struck down. Many classes still today suffer, but by God's grace now we are coming up. And yes, we are able to identify the sub-region directors. And yes, we praise God for all the resources, partners, and international classes links like you who are praying and supporting so that we could serve to all these countries in our region. And yes, please pray for the healthy leaders. We want our class leaders healthy, balanced in ministry and in health. So this is our focus in our region. And also healthy classes. We please pray that our classes are not just Bible study classes or not just Sunday school classes, but they are life transformed disciple-making classes. And pray that God opens more doors for meaningful and effective collaboration with churches and ministries in this home of 2.37 billion. And remember that many countries, they don't have many materials for disciple makings or Sunday schools things. Recently in Thailand, many churches came because what they have Sunday school material is like quite old model. They are repeating again for 100 years, this and that, they don't have any. But thank God that CBS is committed to translate our materials into 82 languages. So when they say, wow, what's this? So this is what's happening right now in our region, that the Lord is answering our request and prayer, that doors are started opening. So as a region-wide, this is our prayer. And here are some specific prayer requests, like Myanmar, where I came from. Praise God that some major church or Christian fellowships in Myanmar have started showing their interest in CBS. Like I live in Chiang Mai. Some of their leaders could not hold their meetings in Myanmar because of the civil war. So they come and held their international meetings or conference in Chiang Mai, where I have a chance to meet them. And recently, like MECF, Myanmar Evangelical Christian Fellowship, which has like 400 to 500 churches, combination. When the General Secretary saw the material, he said, okay, I'm done. I mean, he means I have found what I need, even before he attended the conference, he knows that his purpose of visiting Thailand has been fulfilled. So he said, okay, I go back and I will call the meeting and we will let you know. So these kind of church fellowships started showing their interest. And recently, 70 teachers from 30 remote village schools in Myanmar received training with the aim to use our children and youth curriculum in their public schools. So, in fact, here my uncle is the architect for that. He recommends CBS to use in those schools. And then he is like our community leaders in USA and in Myanmar. So they listen to him. In this way, we signed MOU, and our trainers went to there, and yeah. So, however, as you know, our culture is usually one Bible for one family. So sometimes the Bibles are quite rare. We cannot get Bible at any time. We have to go across India, yeah, especially for the Mizo Bible. We don't have in Bible society as such, yeah. So Bible has been quite rare. So if children like 10 or 12 years opening the Bible, parents may say, hey, don't touch it, you may tear it. We have only that Bible in the home, at home. So this is where we come from. But as you know, CBS, if you are in CBS, you have to read the Bible every day. And then you have to have your own lessons book, right? So that you have your journey with God every day. So now we really need your prayer so that I think we have like 300 to 500 students in these 30 villages schools. So please pray that each children have their own Bible as well as their own CBS curriculum. And Thailand, praise God that Thai national leadership has been identified, and the first annual conference was held on September 9, 2023. Recently, we are able to identify our Thai national leaders. And recently, Christian Education Department of Chiang Rai District, representing 132 churches, has signed a ministry MOU. MOU is a memorandum understanding this affiliation document. Please pray for God's provision to train Sunday school teachers and youth leaders of each churches. So even Thailand, CBS Thailand starts in 2007. We keep praying, knocking the doors, but I think this year God is started opening the doors as we are able to identify Thai leaders as well as please remember Thailand. Now we are in the process of making collaboration with Alpha. So you know Alpha course, they have some I think some 2 months or 3 months weeks program. So the thing is, after this, what will be next, So we are making collaboration with this. Okay, Nepal. Praise God that the Lord is opening doors in Nepal as major church fellowships have signed ministry MOU representing thousands of churches. CNY and spoken CBS training for key trainers have been scheduled several places in this November, December. Please pray for God's provision. So literally there are thousands of churches. We could not train all these churches. So we said, okay, say you are 100 church. So why not you send 25 key trainers who can go back and train. So in this way, we have been training. So this November, December, I will spend most of my time there in Nepal. And here, Japan. Praise God for opening door in Japan as some churches started signing ministry MOU. Pray for Tokyo training on November 23rd and Tsukuba on November 24th. It has been a long time that we have classes in Japan in small scales, but recently the Lord is opening wide doors. So after my trip to the US, I will go back to Japan for training churches. And Mongolia, praise God for the recent adult and children youth training both in internet and Ulaanbaatar cities where 100 people from 20 churches receive training. Pray as they will implement CBS in their respective churches. And one of the best friends of North Korea is Mongolia. They can visit North Korea freely. Yeah, so we don't know how they will be impact near these communist countries around there. And Vanuatu and Tonga, praise God for raising a lady who wants to start a Nehemiah study with 6 other women in Vanuatu. Pray for National Director of Australian and board member as they will present spoken and traditional CBS in Tonga for the first time in that country. So even with this specific area, the Lord is opening doors for us. Well, I think that's all I have. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Give me just a second. All right. Thank you for coming, young people. So I'm going to pray really quickly and then move on to our lesson.